Let's talk about Coutinho. We're going to be talking about his Liverpool future and what could possibly happen in the future concerning Neymar's comments that he's made while he's away with the Brazil squad. So let's get into it. So, while on international duty, and this used to happen when Suarez went away as well. Now, what's happened this time? Neymar has come out and made some comments about Coutinho and how he would fit in so well and perfectly into the Barcelona squad. And obviously, I don't think Coutinho's come out and said anything as of yet, as of this recording at about like 11:30 on Friday morning. So as of right now, he hasn't actually come out and said things himself. Now, when Suarez used to go away on international duty, he did used to like make comments about, you know, wanting to maybe move on to a bigger club or with something with a bit more of a set ambition and stuff like that, blah, 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 until we got him to stay on for another season. And then obviously we had that beautiful 2013 and 14 season where we got pipped to the title by Man City. We let it go ourselves. We didn't have the mentality to go forward and actually win the title that year. But we did get into the Champions League. Now, Liverpool on this front this year, we are currently, I think we're still in 4th position. 4 points ahead of Manchester United. Now, Liverpool have got a very good chance of being able to get Champions League football this year. And I've got a video coming out about the top 7. So look out for that one in the future. Should be coming out maybe midweek, next week, something like that. About the shape of the top 7 and where I think it's going to end up and where people are going to finish. And I think that's going to be vital. Now, the thing with that is I don't want what happened to Suarez happening to Coutinho. So say if we get top 4 this season, I don't want him then going, all right, well, I'm going to pack my bags and go off to Barcelona. Cheers, guys. I really don't want that to happen. What I ideally wanted and what I had hoped would happen with Suarez, and it all right up until that match when he bit Chiellini. I really did hope, and it does take me back to then now, and it's quite something to think back on. When he signed the new deal and stuff like that with Liverpool, and we got into 2nd position, finished the season in 2nd. You know, for the previous season, I think we finished 7th or something like that. I can't exactly remember. It was either 8th or 7th. He was committed. It sounded like he was committed. Then it was obviously the bite happened. And for some reason, although he couldn't come back and play at Liverpool, I think with the comments at the time by a lot of media pundits and stuff like that, he couldn't come back and play at Liverpool because of that bite. But he could go and play for Barcelona and win the freaking treble. How about that? I mean, it's nonsensical that happened. And I know I'm talking a lot about what happened with Suarez. It's in the past. I do realise that. Let's learn from the mistakes that we made then and not repeat them. Because while this season, I think Coutinho can be a magic player, our little magician, he hasn't necessarily been our most consistent best player. I still think that has been Sadio Mane. Now then there's the obvious thing that with Mane that could happen. 2nd season syndrome, he's settled in. Is he going to kick on and keep having the same effect on the team that he's had this year? You never know. He is good. He is very good. Before he got injured this year, he was unbelievable. He was very, very good. He could orchestrate the team and pull it together and like put in good performances. If Coutinho goes, what does that say about the club and their ambition? And if we do manage to get top 4 and we get into the Champions League, what does it say about the ambition of the club? Because you've got to have someone of that level, of that ilk, to come in and replace him straight away. You have to have that. You have to have that quality coming in. You can't then turn around and say, right, well, what we're going to do is we're going to develop this other guy for a good couple of years. And then the same thing happen again and again and again. It just ends up becoming like, it's like one of those spinning doors. And it's just people coming in, people going out, people coming in, people going out. And we can't have that. We have to be able to build a lot more on all of these players, including Coutinho, Firmino, Mane, anybody like that. The people that are coming through, like Grujic, who hopefully when he comes back from injury, he's going to be able to have a bit of an impact. And obviously next year is going to be his season, barring any other injuries and stuff like that as well. You've got the likes of Lallana, who, while I think he's 28, still contributes very well to the team. We can't let these people go. In my opinion, we can't let these people go. And if we do, it's going to be so disappointing. It really will be so disappointing. Because then you can get somebody of that quite kind of quality that Coutinho has. They're then going to have to allow them time to settle. Now, some players don't need to settle as quickly, as long as some others. I remember Suarez didn't take too long to settle, but it took him a long time to get high scoring. Mane, has probably been the best impact player that we've signed in recent years that I remember. Mane has been the closest thing to doing that, because you can't have a better performance than, his first day in the Premier League with us. And I think he was man of the match against Arsenal, and we won 4-3. You've got to make sure that we're not leaving ourselves open, and we're not selling our best players to other teams, to other teams that have a hell of a lot of quality going on as well. I'm not criticising Neymar for making comments. It's his countryman, and yes, he's probably wanting to bring him up and, challenging more for the Champions League, challenging for titles of their league and stuff like that. The other problem I've got with Coutinho is Coutinho going to have his head turned by this now? Because I look at Coutinho now after his injury and stuff like that as well, and all I see at the moment is when the tough gets going, he doesn't necessarily get going right now. He can, and he's proven in the past that he can, but he's not doing it right now. Like when the team really, really needed that quality, when he was coming back from injury, and he's been back a couple of weeks, and we were still looking for that creative man, and he wasn't doing it. He really wasn't doing it, and he still, in my opinion, isn't doing it. And I don't know if that is repercussions of the injury. Does he need a bit more time? Well, I'm not sure, because in the Brazil squad, he is doing very well at the moment. I think they just beat 4-1. They beat Uruguay. They're doing very well. So I don't exactly know what's going on. Is his mentality gone? Are these comments now going to lead to basically an entire summer of, never mind who Liverpool are going to try and bring in and who we're going to be linked with, is Coutinho going to Barcelona every day? Every day over summer. Every day. Guarantee it. And that's all it's going to be. That's all it's going to be. Now, we're in a better position now that we have Jurgen Klopp. He's a stronger manager, in my opinion. He's got much more personality about dealing with this sort of stuff than Rodgers did at the time. I firmly believe that any other manager in that position who had a bit of a stronger mentality would have kept hold of Suarez, regardless of whether he'd bitten someone. It's a deplorable action to do anyway. It really is. And I'm not condoning the fact that he bit someone, but you cannot deny he walks into Barcelona the next season and the impact he had there. Unreal. Well, that same season after we lost Suarez, we had a complete joke of a Champions League campaign. Was not a campaign at all. It was a joke. That was awful. We should not have even been anywhere near the Champions League that season if that's what we were going to put in effort-wise. I think it will be different this time. I hope that Coutinho stays. I really do hope that Coutinho stays. And he can show the magic that he has with us. Like that he's shown us on so many occasions. I just fear that his head's been turned now. His head will be turned. And it's not the time of the season for us to, we've got 9 games left, I think it is. 8 or 9 games left of the Premier League season. We're in a vital position at the moment. Last thing we ever need is for one of our key players to get his head turned now and not perform for the rest of the season, because that could have a detrimental effect on everything and everybody. Now, I don't think Klopp would allow that to happen. As soon as he sees a dip in performance from somebody, I like to believe that he's going to then, right, I'm going to remove you from the squad for a bit. You can sit on the bench, do whatever, and bring somebody else in. But, man, I hope it doesn't happen. I can see that this summer is just going to be the summer for us of Coutinho to Barca, Coutinho to Barca, Coutinho to Barca. That's all it's going to be. And I really hope that doesn't happen. But I'd like to get your thoughts on it as well. I've rambled a bit there. I didn't really come into this with a plan, but I'm just trying to get my feelings and thoughts out there about it all. Let me know what you think. I'm going to put a little poll up top here. Will Coutinho go? Or actually, no. Should Coutinho go to Barcelona or stay at Liverpool? And I'm going to put that in the poll up at the top. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Get your thoughts in the comments below as the poll if you can. Like the video if you have enjoyed it. That would be so awesome of you. Subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you ever so much for watching, as always, and I'll catch you later.